The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Sun Devils will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to go up top. And it's caught inside the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
This offensive line does such a good job communicating in their pass protection. You can see guys passing defenders off to one another, and that's why the quarterback had so much time to complete that throw deep downfield.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown USC! And they break the seal on the scoring.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to the toss. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Running toward the tape. Just steamrolling his way through. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Try to get it to the edge. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
No good. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff from the gun. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Fans are bringing the noise on first. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
They
think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paulo.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The play-action fake. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He slings it deep to the left. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Touch pass on the run. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. A little release to the back. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They emptied the roster, but every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy 1st down.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got you.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Trojans! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Tulsa. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. And any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Pickup of 14. First and goal, Arizona State. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 14, Arizona State 7.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Using the quick game. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offense coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like,
Oh, picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. And the Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner goes down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Crosses to 30. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball. And all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
And the Trojans will move the sticks.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He wants to throw it again. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
They'll go with a direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counter?
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to let it go. And it's it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make a catch.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They move the tight end all over. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback empties his backfield. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's caught, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
Fair catch, called for and made. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, going up top. He finds his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, let's run that rep, good coverage.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. And this is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on second down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
4 yards on the play. Third down coming up.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
With the score, Arizona State 27, USC 14.
The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Sun Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
First down for this offense. Looking for a crease to the left. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Just feeds the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Quarterback checking the play. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown, Arizona State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Central Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to pass on second down. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Obliterates him, still on the move. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and they're running back. I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
And the Sun Devils are rolling down the field. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the route is on. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious, he's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on the next down. Grabbed
in the backfield. It sucks. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ballgame and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. This is a designed run. What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away. Quarterback will keep it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting one on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. With jet sweep pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Sun Devils are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And they'll take the result of the flag and move the offense back. First down here for the offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll throw it on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And the pass hits, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drop. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness. Continues to miss the mark, and They just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Defense looks like they're coming. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide out in motion. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 17 to Eastern Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense set for a 1st down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
The returner is tackled down at the 43. And the Arizona State offense takes over 1st and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Going to the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. On the move at the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here now.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
USC 21.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And down he goes back at the 3. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, USC.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
Let's go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Arizona State! How about that D coming up with a play like that? That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for